The internet woke up today and immediately chose pure, unfiltered chaos. Out of nowhere, a rumor exploded across social media that Blueface and Hazel-E, yes, that Hazel-E might have secretly tied the knot. The streets didn't just talk. They screamed. This wasn't regular gossip. This was the kind of rumor that makes the Kardashians look like background characters and Zeus Network plotlines look like wholesome family programming. One blurry post, one cryptic emoji, one shady caption. And suddenly, the entire entertainment world was overheating like an iPhone in Dubai. Within minutes, timelines transformed into digital war zones. Memes flew faster than Chrisean throws shade. Twitter detectives clocked in with magnifying glasses, reading Hazel-E's captions like ancient scripture. People were connecting dots that didn't exist, creating theories thicker than Blueface's legal file. Instagram pages were posting breaking news graphics like they were CNN covering an alien invasion. Nobody knew if the rumor was true, but nobody cared because the chaos was delicious. But the real explosion didn't come from the rumor itself. It came from Chrisean Rock's live reaction. She didn't respond calmly. She didn't process it privately. She went live with the kind of volcanic energy that makes the whole internet stop breathing. The rumors started like all legendary celebrity disasters. Do one blurry screenshot, one cryptic emoji, and one unverified blog post posted at 3 a.m. by an account named something like T-Drips Official. But that's all it took. The blogs didn't wait for confirmation. They didn't even wait for the rumor to finish loading. They pounced. Headlines started popping up left and right saying Blueface and Hazel-E had allegedly tied the knot, and fans reacted like the world had just tilted off its axis. It was madness before breakfast. Within minutes, everyone had an opinion. Some people were laughing, some were disgusted, some were confused, and some were clutching their pearls like they just witnessed a crime against humanity. Screenshots of Hazel-E in white outfits suddenly resurfaced like digital ghosts haunting the timeline. People pulled up old pictures, old videos, old live streams, anything they could twist into evidence. Even though none of it made sense, the internet wasn't looking for truth. It wanted content. And this rumor had more drama than a Zeus Network season finale. Then the insider leaks began. Anonymous accounts claiming they heard from a friend of a cousin of a makeup artist that Blueface and Hazel-E were seen together in Vegas. People reposted it without blinking. Suddenly, Vegas became a crime scene. Someone claimed they saw Blueface near a chapel. Someone else swore Hazel-E posted a heart emoji at the same time. TikTok detectives stitched videos like they were solving a federal case. They analyzed timestamps, backgrounds, reflections, everything except common sense. Hazel-E didn't help either. Instead of shutting down the rumor, she jumped on Instagram posting aesthetic pictures with vague captions like, "God is good and nothing happens by accident." Those captions were so open-ended that people projected whatever storyline they wanted onto them. Her silence became gasoline, and every post she dropped was a fresh match thrown into an already burning dumpster. Then came Blueface. His silence was even worse. This man usually tweets every 2 minutes, yet suddenly he was quiet. Not a word, not a laugh, not even an accidental retweet. And in the world of celebrity chaos, silence is the loudest sound you can make. Fans decided his silence was confirmation. They said he wasn't denying it because he must be hiding something. They said he was staying quiet because the paperwork isn't finalized. They said he was at Hazel-E's house preparing vows. It was the kind of delusion only the internet can produce, but nothing compared to what happened when fans began tagging Chrisean Rock under every post. They summoned her with the same energy people used to summon demons in horror movies. Comments like, "Go wake up," "Look at this," "Sis, they got married without you," flooded her notifications. And if there's one thing the internet knows about Chrisean, it's that she doesn't handle being left out of drama quietly. They knew what they were doing. They wanted a reaction and they got it. While the rumor spread like wildfire, Chrisean was on her own live, laughing, vibing, and minding her business. But that peace didn't last long. Someone sent her the rumor mid-live stream. She paused, blinked, tilted her head, and then asked who said that. The chat exploded instantly. Her expression changed like a light switch flipped. Her energy shifted. She went from calm to confused to offended to furious in less than 10 seconds. It was the moment everyone had been waiting for. She tried brushing it off at first, but she couldn't hide the storm brewing behind her eyes. She started pacing, muttering under her breath, reading comments like they were insults delivered via punchlines. Her tone sharpened. Her voice rose. She began asking questions out loud, questions she clearly didn't want the answers to. Why he with her? She asked. Why nobody told him me? She asked. When this happened? She asked. And the chat was throwing gasoline on her confusion with every comment. Finally, she snapped. The meltdown officially began. She started ranting about loyalty, disrespect, betrayal, and how everybody fake. She said if Blueface was getting married, it better be in his dreams. She shouted that Hazel-E was doing too much for attention. She talked so fast the comment section couldn't keep up. And the viewers? They were screen recording like their rent depended on it. Clips were already posted before she even finished her sentences. Her rage grew louder. She reminded everyone she was the real one, the day one, and the only one who ever held him down. She dragged Blueface, Hazel-E, blogs, rumors, strangers, and even the weather for playing with her name. She was combusting in real time, and fans were glued to every second. Some were comforting her. Others were instigating her. And the rest were just there for the entertainment value because, let's be honest, this was digital cinema. Meanwhile, Hazel-E, clearly watching the chaos she helped ignite, posted a selfie looking unbothered with the caption, "Happy and blessed." That caption sent Chrisean into another emotional spiral. She accused Hazel-E of trying to copy her life. She accused her of clout chasing. She called her random, irrelevant, and pressed. The internet watched the meltdown escalate with the excitement of kids watching fireworks on the 4th of July. Blueface still wasn't responding, which made everything worse. His silence was more insulting than any statement he could have made. Fans kept refreshing his page, hoping for a denial, but all they got was an old post about lemon pepper wings. Chrisean interpreted that silence as disrespect. She said, "He ain't say nothing because he guilty," which of course became an instant meme. The internet clipped her saying it and used it for every unrelated situation. By now, the rumor had spiraled into a full-blown public disaster. Reaction channels made videos titled, "Blueface Married?" and "Chrisean Losing IT Live." Blogs wrote articles using dramatic words like shocking, explosive, and chaotic. TikTok teens who didn't even know who Hazel-E was suddenly became invested. The situation grew so massive that even people outside the hip-hop world weighed in. What started as a whisper had become an earthquake. And the aftershocks? Oh, they were just getting started. The second Chrisean's meltdown hit the internet, the rumor evolved from funny gossip to global spectacle. People weren't just reacting, they were reenacting. Remixing, editing, stitching, and narrating the drama like they were auditioning for a Netflix documentary. TikTok turned into a digital battlefield, with creators recreating the alleged wedding using Dollar Tree veils and Bluetooth speakers blasting Blueface lyrics. Others acted out Chrisean's live reaction word for word, complete with dramatic pauses and facial expressions that deserved awards. It was chaos, creativity, and clownery all mixed into one glorious mess. Twitter wasn't any better. Memes spread like wildfire, roasting everyone involved with zero hesitation. One meme showed Hazel-E walking down the aisle while Blueface stood next to the Wingstop logo instead of a priest. Another had Chrisean breaking into a fake wedding ceremony like a Marvel character arriving mid-fight. People were ruthless, sarcastic, and hilariously delusional. Someone even tweeted, "This wedding got more plot twists than the MCU." And thousands agreed. Celebrities started chiming in too, which only intensified the storm. Reality stars threw shady comments like, "This is the most chaotic thing I've seen all week." Influencers made reaction videos where they gasped dramatically, paused for dramatic effect, then said, "Oh, she mad?" Even rappers jumped into the conversation, posting cryptic emojis like eyes, flames, and laughing faces. The rumor wasn't just content, it became culture. The entire entertainment world was glued to the nonsense like it was the Super Bowl of dysfunction. Hazel-E continued stoking the fire with her signature brand of fake instigation. She dropped another set of carefully posed photos with captions like, "Everything happens for a reason and timing is divine." She didn't confirm anything. She didn't deny anything. She didn't explain anything. She simply floated above the chaos like a spiritual influencer on a drama-fueled cloud. Her calmness angered Chrisean's fanbase, who were already spiraling harder than a ceiling fan on turbo mode. Then came the conspiracy theories. The internet loves chaos, but it loves conspiracies even more. People created elaborate timelines showing random interactions between Blueface and Hazel-E dating back years, even though those interactions were clearly unrelated. They zoomed into old photos, pointing out shadows, angles, reflections, anything they could twist into proof that something had been brewing. Some claimed Hazel-E was plotting this storyline for attention. Others insisted Blueface was trolling Chrisean on purpose. A few said the whole thing was a marketing stunt for a music video. Nobody had evidence, but everybody had confidence. Chrisean, meanwhile, hadn't calmed down. She jumped back online with the intensity of someone who punched the air, paced the room, wiped tears, and came back ready to fight the entire timeline. She yelled at blogs, cussed out commenters, shaded Hazel-E in every sentence, and demanded the rumor be debunked publicly right now. Her life felt like a roller coaster with no breaks. Funny, painful, unpredictable, and entirely too fast. Fans were glued to every word. Even as she spiraled deeper into emotional overdrive, Hazel-E's silence only pushed Chrisean harder. She accused Hazel-E of trying to be her, copying her lifestyle, and doing everything for clout. She said Blueface knew better than to play with her. She threatened to expose everything, though she didn't specify what everything was. Her anger became entertainment for millions. Her pain turned into digital spectacle, clipped and reposted everywhere. People were comparing her meltdown to iconic reality TV moments, claiming she had just delivered the best episode of the year. While fans debated the emotional impact on Chrisean, others were more focused on roasting Blueface. They mocked him for starting chaos and disappearing. They joked that he looked at the rumor, shrugged, and went back to doing nothing productive. They dragged him for always being involved in nonsense without ever being present for any of it. Someone tweeted, "Blueface is the main character who refuses to act," and the internet agreed. Blogs added more fuel by releasing exclusive sources who claimed the rumor started because Hazel-E and Blueface were filming something together. Others said they met at an event. A few claimed Hazel-E had been bragging to friends. The sources were clearly unreliable, but blogs published everything anyway because clicks are clicks. And the public? They ate it up like dessert. A major turning point happened when an old video resurfaced of Hazel-E saying she's too grown for childish relationships and ready for something real. Viewers took those harmless statements and twisted them into evidence that she was talking about Blueface. The clip went viral instantly, even though it had nothing to do with him. The internet doesn't care about context, it only cares about chaos. Chrisean saw the resurfaced clip and lost it again. She went back online, yelling that nobody replacing her. People be lying for attention, and she ain't scared of no Hazel-E. Her words were strong, but her voice cracked multiple times, showing the emotional toll. The chat exploded with both sympathy and instigation. Some viewers encouraged her to calm down. Others wanted more drama. A few spammed the comments with wedding emojis just to watch her react. Meanwhile, more influencers joined the circus, making long breakdown videos with dramatic commentary. They paused every clip, analyzed Chrisean's tone, dissected Hazel-E's captions, zoomed into Blueface's silence, and acted like they were solving a real case. They weren't bringing clarity, they were fueling confusion. And confusion is the internet's favorite state of mind. The rumor hit its peak when someone claimed they had proof of the wedding. A screenshot of Blueface allegedly holding Hazel-E's hand in a blurry photo. The picture was so grainy it could have been Bigfoot, but the internet treated it like the Zapruder film. People zoomed in, enhanced it, circled random shadows, and argued for hours about whether the hand belonged to Hazel-E, Chrisean, or a completely different woman. By now, the entire drama was a monster. It was too big to stop, too chaotic to control, too viral to ignore. Blueface had successfully said nothing and somehow managed to be in the middle of the largest relationship rumor of the month. Hazel-E had said even less and still became the new villain or queen, depending on who you asked. And Chrisean? She had cried, screamed, yelled, and melted down so publicly that people were calling her clips Oscar-worthy. The rumor wasn't slowing down. It was gaining strength, and the consequences? They were about to hit hard. The aftermath of the wedding rumor didn't fade, it escalated like drama on steroids. By sunrise the next morning, every gossip page, fan page, reaction channel, and oversharing influencer had already posted their final thoughts, even though nothing was final. The story had turned into a living creature with its own heartbeat, feeding on digital chaos and public confusion. No one knew what was true, but everyone knew the drama was too good to let go. People woke up, checked their phones, and immediately said, "So did they get married or not?" The first blowback hit Chrisean Rock the hardest. Her emotional meltdown had gone viral in ways she never intended. Clips of her crying, yelling, pacing, and cussing were being remixed with dramatic soundtracks. TikTok editors added slow-motion effects. Instagram pages posted thumbnail collages of her most chaotic facial expressions. Twitter users used screenshots of her meltdown as reaction memes for completely unrelated arguments. Her pain had become entertainment, and the internet didn't blink twice. Chrisean's image took a heavy hit as people debated her emotional stability. Some empathized, saying she was reacting like anyone would after seeing their ex rumored to be getting married. Others argued she needed to log off and seek therapy immediately. And then there were the trolls, merciless, loud, and constantly dragging her. They joked she acted like Blueface proposed to Beyoncé. They mocked her for reacting harder than his real girlfriends ever did. It was cruel. But the internet doesn't care about mercy when chaos clicks are available. Hazel-E, on the other hand, experienced a bizarre glow-up. The rumor skyrocketed her visibility. Followers poured in. Engagement numbers jumped. Every post she made, whether it was her drinking coffee or posing with a shoe, became a comment section battle zone. Some praised her for minding her business and staying classy. Others called her fake, calculated, and messy. But whether they loved her or hated her, one thing was clear: they were talking about her nonstop. And in the world of entertainment, attention is currency. Blueface finally crept back online, posting vague content like nothing happened. He posted a gym selfie, a dog, a random chain. Not a word about the wedding rumor. Not a sentence addressing Hazel-E. Not even a subliminal aimed at Chrisean. His silence was so aggressive it felt intentional. Fans were frustrated. His comment sections looked like public courtrooms where people demanded statements he refused to give. His refusal to address anything only fueled the delusion that maybe, just maybe, the rumor had some truth behind it. Podcasters turned the scandal into multi-episode content. They spoke like experts, analyzing every breath, every pause, every caption from the involved parties. They debated whether Blueface assembled a storyline for attention or whether Hazel-E was orchestrating a comeback tour. They dissected Chrisean's meltdown like it was a Shakespeare monologue. They made graphs. They made timelines. They made theories so detailed they could replace college theses. And the audience ate it up. The strangest shift came from fans who began romanticizing the rumor. They created fan edits of Blueface and Hazel-E that nobody asked for or wanted. They coined phrases like Blue Hazel era and the lemon pepper wedding. They wrote fake wedding vows, fake wedding scripts, fake wedding invitations. The fandom transformed the rumor into a fictional universe where Blueface and Hazel-E were the star couple of a soap opera. It was delusion at its finest. Meanwhile, Chrisean struggled to regain control of her narrative. She went live again, trying to explain her reaction and regain sympathy. But every attempt was overshadowed by the clips already circulating. She said she wasn't jealous. She said she didn't believe the rumor. She said she was just annoyed. But the internet didn't care about explanations when meltdowns were more entertaining. People clipped her sentences, remixed them, twisted them, and used them as ammunition in the ongoing mess. Even Hazel-E's supporters were confused. Some argued she wasn't involved with Blueface at all. Others swore she was a better match. A few insisted she was using Blueface's name for relevance. The debate got so heated that people were blocking each other over a rumor that wasn't even confirmed. It became a virtual civil war between two fandoms who never asked to interact but suddenly found themselves battling on Instagram comment sections at midnight. The industry also started whispering. Behind the scenes, brands were cautious. Chrisean's meltdown made her look volatile. Blueface's silence made him look messy. Hazel-E's cryptic posts made her look suspicious. PR teams whispered warnings. Managers discussed damage control. Even smaller influencers watched the chaos like a case study in what not to do during a rumor. It was no longer just entertainment, it was affecting real opportunities. Finally, the rumor collapsed under its own weight. Not because it was disproven, but because it became too chaotic for anyone to keep it going. People moved on to the next scandal, leaving behind a digital hurricane of memes, screenshots, commentary videos, and emotional casualties. But even after the dust settled, the damage lingered. Chrisean's meltdown clips stayed in circulation. Hazel-E's captions remained suspicious. Blueface's silence remained iconic. And the internet didn't forget any of it. By the end of the fiasco, the truth didn't matter. The narrative had already been written. The characters had already been assigned roles. And the rumor had already done its job, shaking the entire entertainment world for 72 hours straight. If you made it to the end of this saga, congratulations, you are officially certified in surviving premium-grade celebrity chaos. You just watched a simple rumor spin into a full-blown digital tornado, dragging Blueface, Hazel-E, and Chrisean Rock into a whirlwind so messy even Zeus Network executives were taking notes. This wasn't gossip. This wasn't tea. This was an entire trilogy of drama happening in real time. And you stayed locked in like a true chaos connoisseur. Now don't think you're leaving without doing your part. Smash that like button like Blueface smashes silence every time drama drops. Hit that subscribe button the way Hazel-E hits those vague captions that fuel rumors for days. And punch that notification bell like Chrisean punched the air during her live meltdown, because around here, scandals don't wait. They sneak up at 3 a.m., ruin sleep schedules, and give you stories you can't ignore. You don't want to miss the next explosion. Jump into those comments too. Tell me who you believe, what shocked you the most, and which moment had you screaming at your phone like you were part of the storyline. Your theories, your takes, your wild predictions, they fuel the chaos and keep trend tattle thriving. This community lives for drama with flavor, scandals with seasoning, and stories with maximum spice. Because here on Trend Tattle, we don't just cover the drama,